this fight. Again, downstairs. That left hook missed. Who did more work in the gym? That's what it might come down to, considering how hot and humid it is today.
Well, Todd, let me explain to you. We are outside. Nobody can turn the temperature down. Nobody can turn the sun down. When that sun's beating on you, when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you get hit, when you're getting hurt, there's no cool fan that's dropping in there. This is where it's real fighting. Fight on fight.
How about that time counter shot? This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter shot. An uppercut does not score. They exchange punches. And he scores with the counter. No rest for the weary. The perfect counter lands. This fight has a real good flow to it. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose. On to the second round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
The straight right just misses. The right hook misses. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
Got to see that again.
One, two, three, four. Are you okay?
Hold it right there. And it's survival time for David Benavidez. Down goes Benavidez. And in this replay, you can see it. That body punch folded him like a lawn chair.
Where did that...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
Let's talk about David Benavidez. Let's get it started in round 3. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Good counter punch. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. punch caught him clean. Nice counter punch right up the middle. And this with that jab. Nice counter. A straight right just misses. The jab just got blocked. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a counter shot. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Punch, counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Nice counter shot. Those counter punches. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round.
That was a terrible...
There's the bell for round 4. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Misses with the jab. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
I've seen some fights with a...
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Terrence Crawford just got rocked. Disaster averted.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. A perfect counter shot. Straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about David Benavidez in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been back into the fray here in round 5. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and start it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Beautiful counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. That uppercut's blocked. Catch and shoot. And he misses with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. That bell could not have come. Let's start the six. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations you've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
I've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. Do you know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous? That is what writes our history books.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And they figure out the combination to this safe.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Wow, what a shot! And it's over! A home run swing, and that will do it here! I don't know, I gotta take another look at that.
I need to see that again.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot.